Well, hello, friends, and welcome back to another episode of Thankful Thursday, our happy place. I'm so glad that you're here again, and please sit down, relax, and let's dig right in. So, today I'm going to read Psalms 27, verse 14 of the New Living Translation. Wait patiently for the Lord. Be brave and courageous. Yes, wait patiently for the Lord. The waiting season. Take a deep breath. In the waiting season, there are some pros and some cons. Thankfully, more pros than cons. Picture the waiting season as being in a waiting room. And we all been there. We all been in a waiting room, whether it's at the Office of Motor Vehicles, whether it's at a doctor's office, whether it's in a school office. We've all been in the waiting room or in a waiting line. For example, when we go to Walmart, we're in a line, we're waiting. So this one, I'm talking about our waiting season in the Lord. And sometimes we do not like waiting. Let's be honest. More often, we don't like waiting. We're in this generation, I call it the microwave generation. We want to stick it in the microwave, press one, done, let's eat. But that's not how the Lord is. It's His timing and not ours. So I want us to take a moment and picture a waiting room. You've been sitting for a while and you see people come, you see them go. You're like, okay, did they forget it's my appointment? It's time. I was here before them. How dare they go before me? I know we all been there. And sometimes even in the Lord, we're wondering, well, how did she get blessed before me? I've been here. Or how did she get that promotion? I've been in this company. Why is she having a baby? I've been wanting a baby. How is she getting married? I've been wanting to get married. How? Why? How? Why? What is going on? Lord, did you forget about me? And let's be honest, the longer we stay in the waiting season, the enemy will come and plant seeds of doubt. The Lord doesn't love you. He don't even know your name. He doesn't even care about you. So why are you waiting on Him? And if we don't be careful, we can allow those seeds of doubt to be planted and make a harvest. So we have to immediately, like when it comes in, let me take it out. Because we know that the Lord knows our name. We know that. And we know that He does care for us. But because we've been in that waiting season for so long, it seems like He forgot our address. But I can assure you, He did not. He did not forget it. Remember, His timing is always better than our timing. During your waiting season, you can either just sit and complain about all the people coming and going, or you can be active. What can I do in my waiting season? How can I grow in my waiting season? What things that are not good for me that I should start weeding out while I'm in my waiting season? Because maybe in your waiting season, the Lord is waiting for you to do something. You've heard me say that more than one time. What are you going to do? Do you just sit, wait, and complain, murmur, fuss? Or do you start being proactive? because you're in charge of yourself, and say, okay, while I'm waiting, what is some things that I need to change about myself? What are some things that I need to get rid of? What are some things I need to start doing? Because there is always something. And please know, just like the women and I were talking Monday, and we actually talked about waiting season. And we, I guess, had the same analogy with Esther. When Esther was told that she needed to be prepared to present herself before the king, before she even became the queen, she had to go through 12 months of beauty treatments. 12 months. And then she was allowed to go before the king. Okay, but then when there was a law that came about that was going to destroy her people, during that time, you didn't hear too much about Esther and what she was doing, because she was in the waiting season. She was saved for such a time as to save her people, to protect her heritage, her lineage. So, and Esther was in that waiting period for years. Not just a month, not just a day, for years. So, can I encourage you to be mindful of the things around you while you're in your waiting season? Because please know, the king will call you, just like the king called Esther, for such a time as this. Take courage in knowing that if God brought you to it, he will bring you through it. And I like to say this, and it encourages me. If God did it for Esther, he's no respecter of persons. He's going to do it for me. If he did it for sister so-and-so that came in the waiting room after me and left before me, he can do it for me too. His timing is just perfect. Because maybe if I would have went before the person who got there after me, I would have messed something up because it wasn't my time. Remember, to everything there is a time. So while you're waiting, use your time wisely to figure out, again, what should I be doing? What should I be taking away? And what should I be starting? I just want to encourage you all. During your waiting season, don't give up on God, because he will never give up on you. Use this time, like I said last week. Can God trust you during your waiting season? Or has it been too long and now I'm discouraged? I don't want to do nothing because he didn't answer me when I wanted him to. Or are you going to be like Esther, being preoccupied in whatever she was doing in her waiting season for such a time as this? Or like King David. David was appointed king when he was a young man, a young boy. And it didn't come to fruition until he was older. But during the waiting season, David just didn't sit there and just twiddle his thumb. He was active. He was doing something until the appointed time. So what will you do in your waiting season? That's the question I want us to ask ourselves this week. Let it be in our mind. What am I going to do in my waiting season? What are you going to do? So, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Thankful Thursday. And I want to say this before I go. I decided not to say subscribe, like, and share anymore, because I'm not trying to do this for gain of the world's attention. I'm just trying to be a voice of hope in these dark days. So if you decide to, then let that be totally up to you, and not because I'm urging you to do. I'm not trying to gain subscribers to be a public figure on YouTube so that I can have thousands and thousands and thousands upon subscribers. I don't think that's what God called me to do. I'm just trying to be an encourager. And I hope that that's who I am. And that's what my message is that I want to portray. So with that being said, same time, same place next week for another episode of Thankful Thursday. Bye-bye.